Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the Master of Hoppers. Today, joined by
Henrik, the General of
Yes, and we're trying some West Coast IPA. My final IPA in the fridge.
Really?
No more IPAs for now. For now, and this is the final can from Brujos. This is a can of 6s, 60 IBU West Coast IPA, 6.6% alcohol, and this is about 2 months old right now. So not as fresh as some of the first cans I cracked, but I couldn't keep up with like drinking everything super fresh. Amazing can, right?
I love that.
Brujos art style, and like this. This is a can with
pretty metal.
It's printed on the can. Like the way this is a new way of labeling cans.
Yeah.
Where when you order them, you can have some companies can print the labels on like this.
That's pretty. This is pretty cool.
But yeah, this is 6s. They've done this as a before. I think they call this a seasonal West Coast IPA. This is hopped with New NZ hops, so Yakima's subsidiary, or I'm not sure if they own it or if it's a collaboration. But NZ hops, they make great New Zealand hops, and they have a couple hops that they only sell. They have the patent for it. One of them is in here, which is Nectaron. The other one is a new one called Superdelic. So
haven't you done some on Nectaron?
Yeah, one beer. We had a small amount, but we're getting more next year, or actually now, because the harvest for New Zealand hops is opposite. Because
they have the summer when we have the winters.
Yeah, but it's a double dry hop West Coast IPA, and it features Nectaron, then Simcoe, Mosaic, and Citra as well.
Yeah.
So I really dig Brujos, and I think their West Coast IPAs are awesome. So I'm looking forward to this.
I mean, you had a few of these on the channel right now.
There's been a lot in Europe, which is crazy.
Yeah.
They're a very, very hype brewery at the moment in the States.
So
let's check it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love these modern West Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
They are my kind of hoppy beers. And you can see this has a slight green hue.
Yeah, it has. I was like, when you pour it up, that seems
green?
Pretty saturated.
Yeah, and when these beers are saturated, it's not the same as hazies because there's not hops in suspension. They're more drinkable. They're a bit more clean. It's never going to be the same punch as you can get in like the hazies. Although you can also definitely pack a big punch. But it has this slightly green yellow hue. Not a lot of head, but a little bit of a white foam.
Yeah.
Let's check out the aroma on 6s. Oh, it smells really nice. Very tropical. Nectaron really plays in. There's some diesel-y kind of notes, but very tropical fruit, like bright tropical fruit, zesty lime and stuff like that. Although like that's not tropical fruit, but that's definitely also to me like Mosaic.
Yeah,
like that classic Mosaic dank, blueberry kush like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but you can also smell it. It's not super fresh, but it's still quite potent on the aroma, I think.
Yeah.
For 2 months.
Really nice.
Sweet citrus, maybe a bit of pineapple, a little bit of a piney kind of, or even grapefruity note, which might be from Simcoe, but it smells fucking good. It smells like how these modern West Coast smells, like diesely intense hop characters, dank hop characters, without that like juicy sweetness. It's just like a slight crisp malty backbone. It smells good.
Let's do it.
Try it, cheers. And also another beer from Beerdome before we try it. Thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. You can't get this on Beerdome anymore because it's gone. All the bros went quickly, but keep an eye on Beerdome because they get stuff like this. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah. Really nice.
Really nice.
Quite diesely. Wow.
Quite diesely.
Yeah,
but
really diesely.
But easy to drink as well.
Yeah, and the thing is with like the IBUs on these, like 60 IBUs, because of the process for these, it's not that same palate scraping bitterness as you get with classic Westies. So it's a bit more sessionable, a bit more drinkable. Yeah. It's still dry. It's definitely bitter, but it's not that same like palate scraping piney flavor.
No, it's not. Yeah. Wow.
I'm sure this was really fire a month ago. Like right now it's really nice. Lots of diesel-y tropical flavors. It's interesting with that diesel because I also had a little bit of it in their West Coast Pale Ale, but just with that was all American hops. And I'm wondering if like you can get that from a lot of hops when you do West Coast IPAs. I think dankness shines more in a West Coast IPA. Like the characters of hops that remind you of weed are more present in West Coast IPAs than hazies. And I love dankness in IPAs. And I wonder if that's because you don't have that support of juicy yeast. So it just seems more dank.
It's pretty dank, but it's
like not all the way sweaty.
No, it's not sweaty.
No.
And it has that kind of tropical fruits thing as well, also in the taste that kind of balances that out as well.
Yeah, really dry, really nice drying feel, drying bitter finish, fairly crisp, just like a slight crackery, kind of pilsnery malt backbone, but really dry, which I really like. I like the dryness in these kind of beers. I'm a bit sick of like sweet IPA.
Yeah.
But some hazies, not all hazies are sweet, but some are fairly sweet. But this is just like the total antithesis to the hazy IPA. And like I'm just so into these beers and making these beers myself. Nice mosaic characteristic to it as well. That kind of blueberry kush note, but I'm getting a good amount of grapefruit the more I sip on it. Like classic classic West Coasty kind of grapefruit flavor. And I'm thinking that could come from. I know mosaic can also get grapefruit, but Simcoe is famous for like grapefruit and sometimes also like pineapple nuances. But this is like so fucking drinkable. Like you could chuck beers like this. They're so session forward. But I actually think this is the weakest of all the West Coast IPAs that I got from Brujos recently. But I think it's also still definitely better than like the first couple attempts that they did. Like Thou was really good, but I think that one was just a little bit lackluster compared to these, drinking these now. I really liked Thou when I had it, but just thinking back now, I think they're definitely honing in more on these. But it's such a different beer than a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
Like it's so bone dry and crisp and hop forward with a nice balanced bitterness. But it has that like fruity hop character that you get in hazies.
Yeah.
But it's just not like juicy in the same way. No. It's almost like squeezed hop.
Yeah.
Almost.
I mean, it's actually pretty intensive. I mean, it's like, it just lingers.
Yeah.
It just lingers, stays there, and just.
You can feel all the hop oils on your tongue. They use, I'm sure they use a lot of hops in these beers because they are very hop forward. And like at 2 months right now, this is still drinking really well. But compared to the others from Brewhouse, I think it's not my least favorite. But like of the recent run, I liked a lot of the others more. My favorite I had from this run was the collab with Shred, which was called To the Death, which was fucking one of the best West Coast IPAs I've had this year. We're talking singles. I still think it's really good. I think I would like it more when it was fresher. And it's, as you see, fucking. These beers are crushers. You can't help but just.
I mean, it's just like you take it and then it's so dry, so you just want to drink more.
But I'm gonna go 92, 93 on this. I think it's really damn good modern West Coast IPA. Nice and saturated. Popping flavors, but I think I would have enjoyed it a bit more if I cracked it a couple of weeks prior to this. But that's how it is when you have a few beers to try. So
I agree.
Yeah,
it's good.
If you guys had a chance to try sixes from Brewhouse, let us know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. Really tasty stuff. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, and Twitter, and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up, enjoy, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm gonna say cheers. And say, hey, European brewers, do more modern West Coasts. And say cheers.
I can do it.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
I have a bit.
Just a drop. See you guys. Oh, and we didn't even do the outro.
Oh yeah.
Social media, Instagram, thumbs up, and see you guys in the beer.